나만 no rules 머리 탁해져 lights off tonight 너 참을 수 없을 것 같아 losing myself yeah yeah 어쩌면 turning back 불가능해 난 점점 더 깊은 너 눈에 문을 짜릴 때난 눈을 감을래 다시는 돌아갈 수 없을 것만 같아 out of control 나를 감시 하는 저 spotlight 비출수록 어둠 속으로 빨려들어 같이 보이는데 I know it's not right I can't stop me 내 앞에 놓여진 이 red light 건너편에 너와 난 예민 너를 맞춰 느끼고 싶어 짜릿한 highlight I can't stop me risky wiki this is an emergency happy somebody stop me cause I know I can't sleep 떠보내고 있잖아 근데 가고 있잖아 이러고 싶지 않아 내 안에 내가 또 있나봐 나는 원하는데 원하는 게 안 돼 끝이 난 싫은데 I can't stop me 나를 감시하는 저 spotlight 비칠수록 어둠 속으로 빨려들어 끝이 보이는데 I know it's not right I can't stop me 내 앞에 놓여진 이 red light 건너편에 너는 이미 눈을 맞춰 느끼고 싶어 짜릿한 highlight I can't stop me
Afterday, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel here at After Hours Podcast, also known as my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Queen Persona. Now, if you guys didn't notice, I did change my I guess my username from List Vlogs to Queen Persona, only because I just don't do vlogs anymore here. I still try to do vlogs, but I usually use this for my podcasts or just to hang out and stuff. But hello, welcome everyone. It has been a very, very long time since I last did a podcast here on my YouTube channel. And just live in general, like live streams in general. Life has been a little bit hard lately. A lot of things are happening in my life right now. Like I'm graduating soon, and I'm just trying to survive, and adulting is just not the best thing to do in a panorama, in a pandemic right now. But other than that, I hope everyone is having a great night. It's currently 11:49 in the evening here in Guam, March 24, Wednesday. It is a random podcast, I must say, because I was just like, man, I miss talking, and I haven't talked to like, how do you say, I haven't talked online in a while, I guess. I've been very busy, keeping it to myself. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick podcast. Well, I don't think it's gonna be quick because it's a get to know me podcast. And if you saw from the title, it is a 100 question challenge. Now I don't know if I'll be able to do all 100 questions in an hour at least. I'm not just striving for an hour and a half, but I just wanted to do the 100 question challenge because I didn't know what topics to do, and I didn't want to do K-pop topics again because it's a repetitive thing that I always do. I mean, I will still be talking about K-pop in a while, once in a while during the podcast, but today we are doing once again the 100 question challenge. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great afternoon or evening. Just go ahead and chill back with me today because we are gonna go ahead and jam. We're gonna get to know me. Maybe I'll get to know y'all if y'all have any questions or concerns. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first question for today. I was debating if I should do cam today, but I don't really feel like I look the best, or I look a little crusty, to be honest. I mean, I got a haircut recently and my hair is no longer long. I feel a little lighter, with the haircut, and I feel like I'm saving a lot of soap, not soap, I guess shampoo, But other than that, with the first question, so these are 100 questions. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're mostly simple questions. I only read like the first five, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. It's called the 100 questions for Get to Know Me tag. Um, I'll link it in the description later on after the live. But so the first question is, are you a morning or night person? Definitely, considering that this is called After Hours Podcast, I am definitely a night person, only because my sleeping schedule is really whack, honestly. I had insomnia for a while, and it really affected me and my sleeping schedule. Like sometimes it just really depends, but definitely I am a night person. Like I would sleep in the morning and then wake up during like the afternoon or something, and then just stay awake, and it'll be like 6 a.m. the next day. I'm like, yep, it's time to go to sleep. I usually like do a lot of stuff at night. Like I exercise. Like this is a surprising thing to me too. I exercise, and it's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., almost 4. Usually I don't exercise a lot because it's very loud. I usually just dance. I try my best to not make too much noise, because obviously it's night, and usually people sleep during that time. So I usually put on my headphones, and they're very loud, so I can't really hear anything. And I put shoes on, and I have a space in my room that I made just for like doing like TikToks and stuff, or like dancing, and I do that there. Like um I usually sweat a lot too, actually, and it's so weird because it's night and it's usually cold, but when I'm dancing it's so hot, and then that's when I shower and stuff. I'm like, "Man, I could be doing this in the morning," but I don't know. For me, the morning is just like, I don't know. Something about the sun just makes me makes me feel some type of way. I mean, I do like the morning sometimes, depending on the days. I think it's just the heat that just really gets to me. I don't really like the heat, only because it also affects my body, like my skin, and I have so many like scars and stuff because of the sweat and glands. Um, since I was young, so I think just being outside in general is like a thing that I'm not used to anymore. I used to be an extrovert. Like I used to love going outside, especially in middle school when I was in middle school, like maybe 7th and 8th grade, I would always go outside. I was always stay outside because usually during lunch you usually stay outside. Like there's no hanging out inside, blah blah blah, unless you know a teacher that you can hang out with in a classroom. But other than that, I'm very much now as an adult, like I'm very like introverted, I guess. Like I can be extroverted when I need to, but I'm usually introverted nowadays. And I'm very like to myself, and I love to stay indoors. Like I'm an aircon baby, I will admit. Like I cannot stand without the aircon, and I feel like it's not bad, but I feel like I need to go out more. But again, with the pandemic and everything, I felt like it changed my whole perspective of staying inside. And when the lockdown was happening, at first I was like, I don't really like staying inside. Like it's so boring. Like it's affecting my mental health, whatever. But as time gone by, I realized like this is like a very zen moment for me. This is like um a thing that I like to do now. Like I like to stay indoors, and I like to just hang out online and stuff, and just do my own thing. So yeah, I'm a night person. That was a long explanation, but I am a night person. So I'm usually awake during the sleeping hours, usually that people sleep. Like I think the longest I have the longest I've been awake was like maybe 28, 29 hours, almost 30. I remember because I had so much to do, and I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about everything and anything, and then my insomnia was kicking, and then I didn't feel tired. Like I was like, let me just do, like I gotta do it. And I was even driving and stuff, and I was fine. I was just like, man, this is really bad, and I went to sleep. Like I forced myself to sleep, but I won't do that again because that was really bad. But yeah, I am a night person, not really a morning person. Haven't really been a morning person in a while. I was a morning person before for like maybe a month. Like I would wake up really early, and I felt good. And I don't know what happened. Honestly, I really don't know what happened. Like if I sleep late for one night, like let's say it's 1 a.m., right? And I sleep at 1 a.m., after being like a morning person for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks straight. It's gonna totally ruin my schedule and I hate it, but it's fine. It's fine because I don't really have a thing to do really in the mornings. Usually it's mostly in the afternoons, like after 1 to 2. That's when I have a lot of things to do, especially with classes. But yeah. So going on to the next question, are you afraid of the dark? It depends. I usually sleep with the lights off. Uh if I'm like alone in a room and it's dark, like somewhere not my room, like in a place that I'm like uncomfortable with, or not uncomfortable, unfamiliar with, then I would probably be scared because you never know what could happen in the dark. But usually I'm okay with sleeping in the dark. um Before, I used to be really scared to sleep in the dark, and I used to always like have like a low light at least on, but I'm okay now. It doesn't really matter to me, I guess. I prefer to sleep in the dark than in the light because I feel like it's hotter if you leave a light on. But if it's like a really, really, really dim light, I can't speak right now. Like, I don't know why. But yeah, I think I am 50-50. Usually I'll be okay in the dark, but I prefer not to if it's somewhere else rather than my room. Are you an extrovert or introvert? I just answered this, but it's 50-50 depending on the day, depending on my mood, but I'm usually an extrovert when it comes to like events and stuff. Like if I'm surrounded by other people, I won't be introverted. I'll be extroverted and actually talk to people. But when it comes to like me being myself and choosing whether to go out or not, I would choose to stay in. Usually I would always go out. Like I would choose to go out. But then again, now ever since like the pandemic happened, like my whole perspective changed with everything. And I feel like I'm an introvert most of the time. Are you double jointed? That's the fourth question. I am not double jointed. I believe I'm not. I don't think so. I'm like stretching my arms out. I'm not double jointed. I don't think so because my friends who are like their arms would like bend certain way and I'm just like yeah, I don't think my arm does that. It doesn't look like that. The fifth question, are you left or right-handed? I am right-handed. I'm one of the normal people. Boo boo blah. I think people who are left-handed are very um unique. Like I know it's not, I think it's rare. Um it doesn't sound rare, but I feel like if you're left-handed, I feel like you have more sense of like what to do. But if you're like ambidextrous, if that's the word, something ambidextrous, something where you can do both left and right, dude, you got like brain cells of mega mind. Because if you can write with both left and right hand, then I applaud you because that's not an easy thing to do. Like I really tried to be left-handed. Like I tried to train my left hand, and I gave up after like 20 minutes. Not even 20 minutes, like maybe like 10 minutes because it was so hard. But I know if like you continue to learn to write with your left hand, it's like baby steps. But I feel like because I'm older now, I don't really have the patience. I feel like if I'd done it when I was younger, I feel like it would have been okay, but it's whatever. I hope everyone's having a drink. I hope everyone's having some snacks because I have I had some Wendy's earlier and I have sweet tea. I love sweet tea. And just do a little ASMR like love sweet tea. So moving on to question number 6. Are you more of a tidy person or a messy one? This is like a difficult question for me because every time I say like when my friends would come over, I'm like, I'm so sorry, my room was really, really messy. And they come in, they're like, this is messy. And I was like, yeah, do you not see like all these things like everywhere? They're like, it's not that bad. And I'm like, well, to me, like it seems messy. Like I think it's because of the way I was raised. Just one thing out of place would be messy. Like right now, it's messy to me because I haven't cleaned in a while. Like, um, it really is messy right now. Like I have space to like walk and stuff, but there's things on the sides that I could pick up, but I just don't feel like there's like a lot of drinks on my desk. But other than that, I feel like I'm not really a tidy person nor a messy one. I believe I'm in the middle. Like if it doesn't harm me, if it doesn't affect the environment, like if it doesn't affect like um like my health or anything, if I don't get sick, then I'm okay. Or like if it looks like it's in the right place and it's not blocking me from doing anything, then I'm okay. Like I don't like things like clothes left on my floor. I don't like that, or like around my room. I don't like that because it just reminds me of my sister when she used to live in this room, and she would have mountains of clothes stacked on her desk, and I had a hard time like moving around. So I feel like I'm a average person. Right now it's really messy, but I feel like I'm gonna clean it tomorrow. But it's not that bad as I think people usually think when it's messy. It's like mess all over, dusty, musty. Like nah, it's just a space that I like. Number 7, are you on time or always late? Depending on the situation. I mean, if it's just a normal hangout, I'm usually on time, or like, at least 5 minutes late. I'm usually on time for actually almost everything, unless I'm riding with my friends, then we would be late because I don't know, my friends my friends are not really the type to go on time. Like there was this one moment where me and my friends had a performance, and we slept over at our friend's house to get ready, and we were like, okay, we're gonna get ready, then go. And we were the last people to come to practice or the rehearsal before the actual performance, and everyone was there. And I believe we were like 5 minutes before performance time, and we were rushing, and then we were just like, oh my gosh. Like my friend, she put her car on sports mode, and we were like 30 minutes from 40 minutes from the place we were supposed to perform at. And we were so close to being like late. Like we were so embarrassed walking into the gym before, because like in the gym there was a rehearsal space, so we went inside the gym before we actually went to the actual performance area. And everyone was just looking at us like, wow, wow, wow. We had all of our outfits already on and everything, and everyone's like, oh wow, look at these guys are late, whatever. I'm like, oh haha. But yeah, other than that, I'm usually on time for most of my things. Are you ticklish? That's question number 8. Yes, I am ticklish. Depending on the area, usually it's again a 50-50. If I see you like going to tickle me, I'm gonna smack your hand away. But if you surprise me, I think I'll be ticklish. I don't know. Sometimes when people try to surprise me, like poking me, I don't really feel it. But if I get shy and stuff, that's when I'm ticklish. If that makes sense. Question number 9. Can you curl your tongue? I'm doing it right now. Curl my tongue. Oh, do you mean like curl my tongue? Let me search it. Curled tongue. Oh, it's when you're like it's like hot dog style. Yeah, I can do that. I can't do like those flower things that or the crown or whatever it's called that people do. Like I try to do it, but I can't. But I can curl my tongue into the hot dog bun shape. But that's pretty much it. Can you ice skate? The funny thing is, I want to ice skate. I'm like average. Like I can stand, but I won't like go fast. Like I ain't Yuri on ice skate. I can't do it like he can. In the Philippines, me and my friends were traveling, and we watched Frozen 2, and that was when it was still hella new. So there was a promotion going on where if you watch Frozen 2, you're able to go to the ice skating rink, which is like a couple floors down in the mall, and you're able to ice skate. Like that was the promotion, and we're like, okay, let's do it, because like we don't have really we don't have any ice skating rinks here on Guam, and we're in a trip, so let's just do it. So we did, and I thought it was going to be easy. At first I was really scared. I had to hold on to the penguin and stuff. I fell multiple times, but honestly I really do like it, and I feel like if I wasn't if I wasn't scared, I feel like if I was more prepared like mentally and I feel like if I had more time to really get used to the ice, then I would have been more able to flow easily. But I mean I'm more confident now to ice skate. I'm not the best, like I said. And like after we were done ice skating, I think it was like maybe an hour and a half in, and or maybe like just an hour. Actually, an hour and a half is too long. An hour in, we're like all tired, and like my feet and my calves were hurting so much. But going back to the main question, can you ice skate? I know the basics, but that's pretty much it. I don't really know how to ice skate. I skate like flowingly, where people are just gliding. The really normal way is just gliding in the ice, not in the snow, in the ice. I wish I ice skated, but since Guam is so hot and it's near the equator, we don't really have any source of that. We had like a really fake ice skating rink like back in the day, and when I was really really young, and it wasn't ice, it was like fake, like plastic something that was like smooth or whatever. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's pretty much all the ice and snow experience I'll ever get. Can you wiggle your ears? I cannot. Actually, I never tried. Actually, I did try. I cannot wiggle my ears. I know one friend I have that can wiggle his ears, and I thought it was pretty cool, but yeah. Coffee or tea? Before, I used to be a coffee person. I used to love coffee all the time, but I lean towards more tea now. I love tea. My favorite tea is green tea, especially tropical green tea. Another tea that I like is oolong or China mist tea. I like sweet teas. I love sweet teas. Actually, I love sweet iced teas. Um, Thai tea is good too. Regular teas like the herbal teas I can handle. It's just I prefer to have like at least a sugar cube in it. Because I like have like a little bit of sweet tooth. But like if it's regular green tea, I'll still drink it. Number 13, cookies, cakes, or donuts. Oh, this is a hard one because I do love cookies. Cookies and donuts are like one of my favorite desserts. Cinnamon rolls are like my number one, but I think I prefer. This is so funny because donuts, I always crave for donuts. Like I will tell my friends, like, if you want to go Winchell's, I want donuts. Like I want donuts. Like there was this one month, I think it was last month, like for 2 weeks straight, I would always want donuts, and not just any donuts. There's a bunch of donuts, but I always wanted simple, plain, um, glazed donuts, and I don't know for what reason, but it just was something that I always wanted to get after work. But if I had to choose, depending on the day, I would usually choose cookies over donuts. I feel like cookies are just easier to eat and stuff, and like there's a versatile cookies that I like more than donuts. Cake, not really. I wouldn't eat cake like more. I like cake, but not as much as people usually do. I don't really like I don't like chocolate cake, but I will eat it if I have to. But if I don't, then I won't. I choose to have vanilla over chocolate any day. Number 14, did you ever participate in a talent show? I did participate in a talent show back in middle school, and then after that, um when I started to join my dance group, we would perform for these talent shows before pandemic started. So, yeah, I did join a lot of talent shows. Number 15, did you go to prom? I did go to prom. Luckily, my prom was in 2018 before the pandemic. I feel so bad for class of 2020 and up, I believe that. Uh, Prom was something else. Like prom, I will always love prom. I don't want to like, go really into detail because there's so many things that happened at prom, but it was really fun and I'll never forget that experience because I felt like everyone just vibe with each other. Like there was no cliques. Everyone was just enjoying their time on the floor, and my class is not the best class. I'll admit that. Like we we all have our own cliques and stuff, but that day on the dance floor in prom, like everyone was just vibing with each other. I honestly loved prom. Did you like school? I do like school. I did like high school. There was a lot of things in high school that really taught me. Mostly the people and mostly the career curriculums. Um, Mostly the career ed curriculums, like the arts and stuff, is what I loved the most. Do I like school now? Like college, she's okay. I've learned a lot. To How do you say? I learned a lot for myself. Wisdom wise, I felt like I've grown And I thought, like, being in high school and, turning 17, turning 18, that's when you're turning an adult. But now, me being 21, almost graduating college, it really makes me reflect back on my life. And I felt like there were so many things I could have done in my past high school life that I could have done better. And, like, I think that's for everyone who graduated high school, and you're just like, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. So yeah, I did like my high school days. There was some days where I didn't, but most of the time I do miss high school. I felt like life was just a little bit easier, but I wouldn't change shit to go back, because I feel like you do have to be an adult one day, and I feel like it's already coming to me. So yeah. Question number 17. Do you believe in ghosts? I do believe in ghosts. There was some experiences that I had in the past, but I don't really go too much into detail because I feel like, there's just a reason why they're here. So, yeah. As long as you don't disturb them, and as long as, like, I give my permissions, not like permission, but like, ask for permission when I'm going to like very sacred places, or like places not really common for people to enter to, or like, if you're going to for Guam, it's usually when you're going to like the forests and stuff, you have to ask and excuse yourself to go inside, or like if you're passing by, just excuse yourself. Those things I believe we should be doing, like dispenses those, like, excuse me, and like you say sorry for disturbing, just passing by, or like just trying to move on. Do you bite your nails? I used to bite my nails a lot. Um, Especially when I'm nervous. Sometimes I do. Like, I rarely do it now, but I used to bite my nails a lot. But nowadays, I just cut my nails with a nail cutter, and I try not to bite it because I feel like once after I watched the video by why you shouldn't bite your nails, I was like, oh fuck. Oh, I didn't mean to. I said fudge, not yeah. Once you bite your nails, you're like, you know, you know. But yeah. Number 19, do you consider yourself a good cook? This is a funny question because I am the culinary arts program. I feel like I am a pretty good cook. Of course, there's always people that will be better than me. Like, there's so many people that are better than me, but I strive to try my best. Um, I do consider myself a good cook, though. Like, there's so many people that will ask me to cook for them. Like, if I had $1 for every time someone's like, "Oh, can you cook for me?" Oh boy, I would be rich already. But I feel like there's a certain extent for everyone who strives to be a chef or a culinarian. Um, it's not an easy title to get chef, like as many people think it is. I feel like there's a lot of training that should be given before giving the title chef, but it just really depends on your business and stuff. But going back to the original question, am I a good cook? I do consider myself a good cook. Like, I will survive. Number 20, do you enjoy dancing? I freaking love dancing. Dancing has changed my life. So I joined like pep rallies and stuff in high school because, I was into like music and all that. And I was like really shy to really go out there and join a dance company. Like, I tried to join a dance company before, but I was so shy and insecure because, my looks are not the norm of how dancers should look. But in college, I decided to try out for a new dance club in in the University of Guam, which is Triton's Collective. And at first, well, not surprisingly, I'm not surprised. At first, the first auditions, I didn't get in, and I didn't expect to get in only because I had no experience at all. The only experience was pep rally, but I didn't give up, and I went to the second audition, which is like a semester after, and I got in, and I was so bad at first. Like, every time I look back, I'm just like, oh, that's so off. Like, you're off steps, or like you're off your timing, you're not clean, whatever. But then again, I realized like, oh, that's just me training to get better. And now I'm like, I've been in the team for 2 years now, and I'm one of the officers, and like I'm moving on from it, and I haven't danced in a while for the team because of school and stuff, and because the pandemic, it's really hard for us to all like practice together. But I'm still in the club. Again, I am an officer, and I feel like dancing really changed my life and my perspectives, especially like with K-pop. Like K-pop dances are so like unique and stuff that it just makes my creativity flow. Like if I'm mad and stuff, I will dance it out, and I feel like with joining a dance group and meeting all these different people who you would never expect to look like they're dancers, but they dance really well. You meet all these people that you never knew. It's like the dance community is just amazing. And I'm really glad that I took the balls to explore new hobbies, and now dancing is one of my hobbies, and I really love it, and I can't wait to improve in the future and like make content with it. Question number 21. Do you enjoy DIY or crafts? Usually I don't really do crafts and stuff. I used to do crafts a lot when I was younger. Like I would take a box and like make it into like a little room, and I enjoyed it so much, and I would always play with it and stuff. Um uh, right now I don't really do any DIYs or crafts. I haven't done a craft in a while. I used to be really creative with like paintings and stuff, but it's like a side hobby, and I don't really think about it. So I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it if I ever get the chance to. Number 22. Do you forgive easily? I do. I really do. um Even if it's a big fight, I'll overthink it, and I'm like, okay, this is probably my fault maybe, so I'm going to just forgive them and stuff. But I don't know, it's just something that I don't really think about, or something like I don't really uh linger to. Like I don't really hold grudges unless it's like a really 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 big thing. um but yeah, I usually forgive easily after like a couple days. 23. Do you have a nickname? Yes, my name is actually Alyssa. A lot of people know me as Liz, Lys. um like some people don't know my full name now. I realized that a lot of people only know me as Liz because I introduced myself as Liz. I don't really tell people to call me by my full name, only because I feel like it's so weird now. Like every time I say Alyssa, like it's such a girly name, like it really is a girly. Like every time I hear someone say Alyssa, like Alyssa May, like it's such a girly name, and I don't know, like I like my name, but I'm used to being called Liz. Like I've been called Liz for like almost my entire life now. It happened like I think in sixth grade or something, sixth, seventh grade, because of my friend back in the day gave me that name, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good name because I don't want Allie, or I don't want Lissa. People still call me Lissa, but it, I tell people not to call me Allie. Like if they call me Allie, I will literally kick them. I will literally beat them up. But the only people who called me Allie was my coworkers, because it was easier for them to understand my name than Liz, because Liz is like, it's a name that I use on stage. If I had a stage name, that would be my stage name, Liz. But if it was like for work and stuff, I would let them call me Ali, because I feel like it's just easier for everyone to say. Especially where I worked, because we had so many people with accents, it was easier for them to call me Ali instead of Liz, because the L and the S is really hard to say in other languages, especially with the accents. So Ali is a more common nickname. But again, my name is Liz. It is a nickname, but I do prefer it as my name itself, Lys. There is a meaning to it. I didn't have a meaning to it before, but then once time went by, I had a meaning for my name, and it actually means like a flower and something in French, because my chef is French, and he told me like, oh, this is like a flower, and I was like, oh, I believe it's a flower. It's like beauty or something, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, okay, so I searched up and it's like flower. um it's in French. I can't read French, but if you put lys, there's like a definition in it, something like that. Okay, question number 24. Do you have any allergies? I do have allergies. I'm allergic to Motrin, which is I believe a antibiotic, like Tylenol. Um oh I oh no, not ibuprofen. Or I guess it's an ibuprofen. It's it's for muscle pains, minor arthritis pain, toothaches, headaches. It's basically like Tylenol or Advil, I guess. And I am allergic to Motrin. I'm not really sure which chemical compounds or whatever am I allergic to from the Motrin. Like I take Tylenol and Advil, and they do have ibuprofen, so I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic to ibuprofen. But something about Motrin, I get rashes and stuff, and I get really itchy, and like I think I've never really experienced having an allergy reaction from Motrin because I never drank it. Only I think when I was younger, probably that's when they discovered that I had like rashes and stuff. But other than that, I'm not allergic to anything. I feel like I am allergic to curry because every time I eat curry, I feel nauseous after. I haven't asked my doctor. I just figured it out. Like it's so sad because I used to hate curry and now I like curry. But every time I eat curry, like I will literally get a headache. I'll feel nauseous after, and it just makes me sick. But yeah, I feel like I am allergic to curry, so I'm just gonna say I'm allergic to curry. But I'll still eat it anyway, you know. But not as often. Do you have any phobias? I do have some phobias. I have triphobia. Oh, just thinking about it just makes me cringe. It's like oh my god. I just searched it to make sure it sounded correct and it just showed the pictures. That's So trypophobia is like when there's like a certain thing and it has like little like sponges. I'm okay but if it's big, like medium gap holes, and like there's I saw a picture once. Oh my god, like my skin is like cringing right. I can't like speak right now. But there was a picture of this guy with a shoulder and he had like holes and stuff and it was a big circle and it was like trypophobia and I was like, oh my god, it was so disgusting. I was gagging. I'm like trying to prevent myself from grab now. But that is a one phobia that I have. I also don't like spiders. Like oh my god. I don't remember. I think it's like trench something. Um every time I look at spiders, if I see a spider, like if it's the baby spiders, you know, the long leg spiders, those little ones, it's fine. But if I see a hairy spider, yeah, no. Like when I went to the Philippines and we went to the zoo, there were so many spiders. I was amazed at first, but when I really look at them, like I stare at them, I just want to run away. Moving on. Number 26. Do you have any piercings or tattoos? I don't have any tattoos. I did have ear piercings, but I believe my ears are closed, like cuz I lost my earring and then I never had the motivation to get new ones, so they closed. But I'm planning to get new ear piercings. But I don't have any piercings any other body parts in any other body parts. I don't plan to. I feel like I don't match them either way. Tattoos, I do want to have a tattoo in the future. I'm just not sure what yet. I feel like I have to figure out some tattoo that I will be okay with living with forever, but hopefully in the future. Do you have any children? I do not have any children. Um, Probably in the future, but I'm not really looking forward to having children right now. Do you have pets? I do have pets. I do have three dogs. The youngest is Toby. His name is Tobias, but his nickname is Toby. He is a handicap. Um, he he's a Doberman, but he is not grown as a Doberman because of his body. He was born with like this body malfunction something. He has no neck. Like his bones are growing in him, so he doesn't grow to be this big Doberman that he's supposed to be. And he's like a year old already, almost a year old, and he's supposed to be really big already, but he's still like the same short height, and he can't walk, but he's able to breathe and stuff, but he has a hard time breathing. um we try to take care of him as the best as we can and just to let him enjoy life. But yeah, he is a disabled dog, but honestly, I wouldn't change him for any other way. He's such a loving dog. Even with his disability, he still tends to smile and stuff and give his best and eat. He eats so good, like he eats so well, even with his disability. So yeah. And the second youngest, or like the next one in line, the middle child, is Ariel. Ariel is, we actually don't know what she is. She was announced as a Shih Tzu, but we believe she's like a another breed with a Shih Tzu, because when we shave her for the summertime, she has this tiger print pattern, and we believe it's like a boonie dog with a Shih Tzu, but we're not really sure because his her dad is a Shih Tzu, because when we search the dad, she really looks like the dad, but the mom is, I'm not really sure what she is, but love her. She's, I believe she's 2 years old now. Maybe 2 years, I think 2 years old now, yeah. And then the oldest, which is Peter, he is a mix. He's a Chihuahua Yorkshire Terrier, so he's a Chorky. But he's really tall for a Chorky. He's supposed to be smaller than he is, but he's a really big dog for a Chihuahua Yorkie. He looks more of a Chorky, his facials, but his body and stuff is shaped as a Chihuahua. But he's really long for a Chorky. He's supposed to be really small, but for some reason he's really tall. He's a really naughty dog. He's a bad boy, but he's my bad boy. He is 3 years old now? Question mark. Almost 4. Let me think about it. I think I had him in 2018. 18, 19, 20, 21. So 3 years now. His birthday passed recently. It was February 2. So yeah, 3 years now, almost going to 4. He looks really different from what he did when he was a baby. Like, you would not think they were the same. I wouldn't think it too, but yeah. Those are the 3 pets that I had. I used to have more. Unfortunately, they passed. I'm kind of sad because I had these 3 fishes that I loved very much. Their names was Otto, Andy, and oh, I forgot the last fish's name because it's been so long. Otto was my first fish. He was a beta fish. We love beta fishes, but unfortunately, when we were on vacation, we thought the tank was being auto cleaned with the stuff we had, but it didn't really work out on our fish for that. But it's okay. And I had a hamster called Alvin, but because of old age, he died. But it is what it is. Moving on. Do you have any siblings? I do have a sibling. She's my older sister, and she's actually only my half sister. We have different dads. We have the same mom, but I love her. Doesn't matter that just because we're half, we are siblings. Even if we were step siblings, I would still love her as, my own sibling. Oh, she is, we're blood. But yeah, she is my older sister. We're 8 years apart. Again, different dad, same mom. We don't look alike at all. We're both short though. That's the only thing. Do you prefer dogs or cats? I do prefer. Mm, because we have stray cats outside of our house. We do feed them every day though, because I feel like cats are so precious as well. I prefer. I can't really say because I love both dogs and cats, but I feel like dogs are more loving than cats. I don't know. Number 31, do you prefer Mac or PC? This is kind of hard because it depends. If it's for work and stuff, I prefer Mac, but if it's for entertainment and leisure, I do prefer the PC. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? The beach. Ain't no way. I hate going to the mountains. Do you prefer a bath or a shower? I do prefer the shower than the bath. I feel like it's leisure for the bath. I don't have a bathtub, but I do prefer the shower. Do you sing in the shower? I usually dance in the shower. I listen to music in the shower. Do you smoke? No, I do not smoke. Do not like cigarettes at all. Do you speak any different languages? English is my first language. I try to speak Tagalog only when I know. Like I try really hard. I did in the PI when I need to answer questions or ask questions. But other than that, I don't know any other language. I try to have learn Japanese and Korean. I have the basics of Japanese because I had the class, but I don't really remember a lot anymore. It's very little, but I think it's okay. Do you still have your wisdom teeth? I do. I did talk to my doctor recently, like I think last month, about my wisdom teeth. Like they're not protruding. They're almost protruding, but not really. But it's not really affecting me, so I don't really have plans to remove my wisdom teeth till I'm older. Do you still watch cartoons? Yes, I do watch cartoons. I love cartoons. I don't see what's wrong with watching cartoons. If you like it, you like it. Do you have you played any sports? My main sport was bowling. We had a team and all that, and it was one of the first sports that I really really enjoyed. Other than that, I do like playing badminton. I tried to do basketball. It's not really my thing. Other than that, soccer is okay. Football, not really. And yeah, that's pretty much all the sports I really know. Do you does your name have a special meaning? My name, Alyssa, the one I was born with, doesn't really have a meaning. I think they just searched it online or like saw it in a book and they were like, yeah, let's just name her that. I asked my parents before and they were like, oh, we just thought of the name. And I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't really have a name, but my whole family's name starts with A. So my dad is Arnold, my mom's Alma, and my sister is Abigail. And then there's me, Alyssa. Have you ever been hospitalized? I have when I was younger because I had the stomach pain or something and I forgot what for, but not when I was like a teen, I think. Have you ever been on a diet? I have been on a diet and was not successful. Have you ever been to a concert? I have been to a concert. I've been to the Twice concert here on Guam. It was free and honestly, it was one of the first actual concerts that I've been to. And the fact that it was free, but there were so many people that didn't even know. Okay, let me say, I love the support that everyone gave. I love that how there were so many people in Guam that went to support the event, but there were so many people that really didn't really know them, and I feel like they just went to see the girls, and it was there were so many locals that were so something. If you were at the event, you would know, but the real onces were very supportive, and I was very thankful to be in that concert. But I feel like I've never been to a paid concert. Like I would pay to go to a Twice concert, any K-pop concert that was like not private, but like you had to pay to go in, and I feel like it would just have been a better experience for also the idols as well. Have you ever skipped class? Yes, I always do skip class. Have you ever won something? I've won a giveaway before, and I think like awards, but I wouldn't go into too much detail. Have you ever had braces? No, I haven't. Number 49. How are you feeling right now? I'm feeling very good, zen, very neutral. I don't feel sad, I don't feel mad, I don't feel happy. I just feel very zen, very natural. How tall are you? This is the 50th question. How tall are you? I am 5 feet exact. I wish I was 5'1", but they gave me 5 feet, so it's whatever. um I think the average is 5'4", and I feel like it was because of my health and my fatness before, like when I was younger. Like I'm fine now with it, but I feel like if I exercised more, I feel like I would have been taller. I don't know if my bones would be like that or whatever. But my family's really short anyway, so there's no tall people. Like my dad's not even tall as well, so it would have been it wouldn't been that great. But we're at the 50th mark. It's currently 50 minutes in, so I'm gonna try to skim through this faster. But we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and take a break. We're gonna go ahead and play some more music, so I'm gonna take a little break. Uh Honestly, I will admit, for K-pop, Twice has been on my mind every single day for like the past month and a half. and I stand them so hard right now. Like, it's so weird because everyone knows me to love Stray Kids. Like, I love Stray Kids. They are my ultimate bias group. They were. Now it's Twice. Like, I love a lot of groups. Like, I do. But Stray Kids is my number one group because I watched them since their pre-debut and their challenges. And I haven't watched Twice when they were in 16, but something about Twice just gets me going, you know? They're so beautiful, they're so talented. Stray Kids is as well. And it's so funny because they're both in the same entertainment company. But I don't know. Stray Kids, like, if you told me to choose between Stray Kids and Twice, I wouldn't know what. You could just shoot me right now. Like, I can't. But yeah, I haven't I've been on the edge with K-pop right now because there's so much good music coming out right now, and I can't wait for comebacks and a lot of things like Stray Kids and Twice, especially Twice needs another comeback. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little break here. I'm gonna go ahead and play a song. I'm trying to choose one that I want to play right now. Another group that I've been trying to get into is also ITZY. So why not? Let's go ahead and play their song. This is ITZY's Icy, and we'll be right back here on After Hours Podcast. Please enjoy.
Hey. Yo. Beep, beep. Hey, 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 hey. I see that on my scene. Go, rising out of bound. I see that on my scene. 차갑게 보여도 어떻게 그러나니까 눈치 볼 마음 없어. Come on, 당당하게 let it go. Here we go. 길거리를 누비고. Background music이 깔려. Bum, bum, bum. I see bonfire. 내 안에 있는 dream 난 자신 있어. 날 봐, I'm not a liar. 너의 틀을 날 맞출 맘은 없어. 다들 blah blah 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. 다들 blah blah 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. Ring 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 울려 all day long. 모든 날 찾느라 바빠. 이 노래가 your favorite song. 그렇게 될 걸 잘 알아. Hey, 이 맛은 마치 딱 살얼음같이 빙빙빙 반짝이는 거. 별빛같이 I see. Shout out to 내 엄마. Thank you to 우리 바바. 좋은 것만 쏙 빼닮아. 당당하게 let it go. Here we go. 길거리를 누비고. Background music이 깔려. Bum, bum, bum. I see but I'm on fire. 내 안에 있는 dream 난 자신 있어. 날 봐, I'm not a liar. 너의 틀을 날 맞출 맘은 없어. 다들 blah blah 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. 다들 blah blah 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. Get it. Hey. Shake it. Hey. Yeah. Come on. Guys. 보고 빨리 달려. Don't care what they say. 대답은 내가 아니까 it's okay. Up, 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 up we go. 끝없이 위로 위로. 절대 멈추지 않고. No one can stop us now. Blah blah. 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. 다들 blah blah. 참말 많아. 난 괜찮아. 계속 blah blah. They keep talking. I keep walking. Yeah. I see that I might see. I see that I might see.
That was ITZY with Icy. That was a great song, honestly.
I see that
I
I might
do
see.
love ITZY so much, honestly. Everyone from JYP Entertainment, no matter whatever. The problem is, I feel like the groups in JYP are amazing. The company itself, I won't comment on that right now. It's not the current the tea for that. We don't, this is not K-pop news tea. But other than that, I do love the groups. I do love the talent that is presented. But other than that, let's go ahead and continue. We are at the 50th mark of the get to know me questions, and we're moving on to the 51, the 51st question. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But the 51, number 51, if money were no object, what would you get for your next birthday? A high-end PC. Like PC setup. Like with a like a I would, if specifically, I would say a high-end live stream mobile PC setup. I don't know. Other than that, I'm pretty content with everything, but I really do want a really good PC with desktop and all that. Number 52. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I would say Korea, but I feel like I don't really belong in Korea at this point of life. I'd probably say Japan though. 53. Were you ever a scout or a brownie? No. I didn't even know that existed only after like the age limit. What city were you born in? I was born in Tamuning in Guam. 55. What did you last eat? I ate a burger from Wendy's. It was the Asiago Ranch chicken sandwich, and it was really good. It was spicy actually, which is kind of weird because usually it's not spicy, but I don't know why it was spicy. 56. What did you want to be when you were younger? I wanted to be a photographer. Social media was like one thing I really wanted to do. I still want to do now. Like I want to be a media chef. It's basically like, vlogs and stuff, food vlogs, reviews, blogs, especially portraits and all that of food. It's a thing that I'm really interested in. But I haven't really studied fully for the media side, aka like the visual communication side. Usually just the culinary side, but probably in the future I would want to learn that. What do you do on a typical Friday night? I usually game or read on Wattpad or webtoons, or just watch like movies. Usually stay in. What is one food that you refuse to eat? I will not eat. I actually don't know. I feel like the one, it's not really food, or like it is food, but it's not really one food. It's more like a cuisine. Because I grew up with Filipino food, I prefer not to eat Filipino food unless I have to. Unless like I don't really like Filipino soups as much as I used to, like nilaga, um, sinigang, all that. Like it's like standard Filipino food. And everyone's like, you don't like it? I'm like, it's just like I'm really tired of it. Like I've eaten it since I was younger, and it's just really like I just can't. I don't. Ugh. But like it's good. It's just I prefer not to. What is one item on your bucket list? To travel to Korea and meet my favorite K-pop groups. Other than that, more reasonable is to visit a actual pay for a concert. Like KCON is like one of the main ones. KCON Mamas, Melon Awards. Like I want to go to one of those. What is one item you can't live without? I cannot live without my phone. There's so many important things. That's my main communication, my main thing to de-stress myself and stress myself with. So yeah. 61. What is your shoe size? My shoe size, depending, it can go from 8 to 8.5, sometimes 7.5. It used to be 7.5, but I think my feet got just freaking fatter. So I think usually it's an 8. What movie have you watched repeatedly? Repeatedly, I have watched a lot of the Studio Ghibli films, like Spirited Away. Um, what is that one? Oh, Ponyo. I love Ponyo. Uh, Besides that, I don't really watch movies repeatedly. One of my favorite movies though is not Rewrite the Stars. What the heck? That's a song. Sorry, I haven't watched movies in so long. I don't know for what reason. One of my favorite movies is The Greatest Showman. 63. What phone do you have? I have an Apple. It's the iPhone XS Plus. People asked me if I wanted the iPhone 11 or 12, and I said no. I feel like my phone right now, what I have, is okay with me. I don't really not accept. I don't really expect to upgrade. If they asked, like my family asked me if I wanted to upgrade, which I said no because I got this phone for free because of my contract. If you renew your contract, you get a free phone. But other than that, I'm pretty okay. I actually wasn't expecting to get this phone, but because there was damage in my other phone, my iPhone 7, which I really love. I loved my iPhone 7. Um if it wasn't damaged, it's not really damaged actually. It just needs to dry, but I was so impatient. Um I wouldn't have gotten the iPhone XS. But I really do love this phone. I wouldn't trade it yet. If someone asked, like, if someone offered me though, I would take it. Number 64. What should you be doing right now? I should be sleeping, honestly. It's 12:46, but again, I am a night person, so I'm not sleepy at all. Like, I have the energy to freaking I'm probably gonna like exercise later or something. I don't know. Do something energetic. Number 65. What's one goal you would like to accomplish this year? Graduating. May is my graduation date, so that's one thing. And another goal is to find a job that I really enjoy. What's one of your pet peeves? One of my pet peeves is mm, I don't really have I don't really think about it too much. Some people like always ask me like what's my pet peeves. I don't really know until like it's displayed in front of me, right? You know? I think one pet peeve though is like let me try searching, hold on. Okay, yeah, like talking during movies. I hate when people talk during movies. Um I hate when I'm talking to someone and they're on their phone and they're like, "Oh, keep going." And I'm just like, "What? Like look at me when I'm speaking to you." Like I hate it when people don't look at me, but again, I get distracted too and I don't look at people sometimes. Um People chewing with their mouths open. I have so many friends who chew with their freaking mouth open. It's so annoying, but I try to keep my patience, but I'm just like, "Are you moving to the cows or what?" Like so there's like this list that I'm looking at right now. There's a bunch of pet peeves that I agree on. Um, when people smoke around non-smokers, like even vaping, like there's when we're talking and stuff, and people vape around us, like I'm just like can you just do that on your own? You know? And when also people say anyways instead of anyway, and they're like it's the same thing. I'm like no, it's not. It's not the same thing. Also, another pet peeve of mine is when people call me from my full name, my like Alyssa. I'm like, bro, I told you to call me Liz. Stop calling me Alyssa. That's some of the pet peeves. Like, there's actually a lot of pet peeves here that says like giving an example, but it's fine. Um, what's the last song you've listened to? The last song I listened to was with you guys with Icy by Itzy. Other than that, the last song that I've actually listened to without the podcast was Feel Better. Or not Feel Better. Better by Twice, the Japanese version. So number 68, what's the most expensive item clothing that you own? The most expensive item clothing that I own is I'm trying to look. I'm not really sure. I think it's this jacket and it's Adidas. And I know it's not that expensive, but I'm not really a person to spend that much on clothes. Um but yeah, the jacket was like 100 something. What's the thing you can't leave the house without? My phone or a mask. 70. What's your best physical feature? I love my eyes. Like there's like sometimes my eyes don't really look the same because of my size before, but when I look into the camera and like I stare my eyes sometimes they go like really ching or really like I don't know, something I really like my eyes. What's your Chinese sign? I actually don't know my Chinese sign. How do I January do I search for my birthday? January 4, 2000 Chinese sign. Let me search it right now. Someone born in January 4, 2000 is considered to be ruled by the rabbit zodiac animal. The element connected with the rabbit symbol is the yin earth. Ah, lucky numbers are 3, 4, and 9 are lucky numbers. Oh, that's so ironic because my birthday is 4 and I like the number 3. I don't know why I like the number 3, but I just do. So I am in the zodiac animal for a rabbit. Pretty cool. So number 72, what's your current obsession? Twice, love twice. They are like goddesses to me. 73, what's your dream car? My dream car is a Civic. But my dream car, like realistically I would want a Civic, but if I really strive, I really want a G-Wagon. I will always tell my friends I want a G-Wagon. G-Wagons are so beautiful. I don't know, something about them just gets me going. 74, what's your favorite animal? My favorite animal as of right now is a sloth or a koala. They're so cute. I still really love lemurs. What's your favorite book? I don't really read books. I'm not really good at reading books. I don't really read books. I read Wattpad stories, but they're a little bit different from physical books. But my favorite book was The Color Purple that we read in high school. What's your favorite color? My all-time favorite color was was blue, like sky blue. But now I really love the color green, like forest green. Um, there was this mint green and this green that I can't really describe. It's kind of like emerald but a little bit faded. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a unique color and it's really beautiful. But I really like the color green. What's your favorite dessert? My favorite dessert is cinnamon rolls. Other than that, tiramisu. What's your favorite drink? My favorite drink is iced tea or Thai tea. Mountain Dew Baja Blast is one of my favorite drinks as well. What's your favorite food? My favorite food. I have a lot of favorite foods, but if it's simple, I would say I think it is pork sisig from Philippines. I love pork. My favorite food is pork, basically. What's your favorite foreign food? Foreign food for me is foreign food like Japanese food or something like that, or like Asian food maybe. My favorite foreign food, I guess, is that's a hard one because I love food. I love food in general. But if I was like to go to a Japanese restaurant, the one thing I would always look forward to is the sushi. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's foreign though. I guess it's foreign. I guess. Um, Another foreign food that I like, pad thai. Love pad thai. What's your favorite gadget? My favorite gadget is my iPad. So versatile. Can be used for school too. What's your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby is making edits, like movie edits or vloggy edits or just edits in general for like K-pop, stuff like that. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is The Greatest Showman. Other than that, depending on the genre, Avengers. I love Avengers. What's your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant, if it's a fast food, my favorite restaurant is Wendy's or Taco Bell. Um, if it's more like a medium, my favorite restaurant would be Fuji. It's a Japanese not fast food, like a casual dining. And if it's like high end, prefer uh I prefer Lotte at Lila Sen or Hyatt's Niji, which is a Japanese restaurant. I really like Japanese food. What's your favorite sandwich? My favorite sandwich is just a simple uh I wouldn't say BLT. I would say like a chicken cutlet sandwich. What's your favorite season? I haven't really experienced all the seasons, like winter especially, and we only have rain or sunshine here, but I feel like my favorite time is spring. Like winter going to spring is like probably the best. What's your favorite series? My favorite series right now is Criminal Minds. 88. What's your favorite snack? My favorite snack to snack on is gummies. I love gummies. Love, or like I think Koreans call them jellies. I love gummies. What's your favorite sport to watch? I don't really have a favorite sport to watch, but if I did have to choose, probably bowling because bowling was like my favorite sport in high school. 90. What's your favorite thing to have for breakfast? Gotta have bacon, gotta have eggs. Most likely bread. If it's not bread, then garlic rice. Or if it's like a Filipino type, then top silog or silog in general. I don't really know what it's like, marinated meat, I guess. What's your full name? My full name is Alyssa May Yabut Benamarito. 92. What's your longest relationship so far? 8 to 9 months. Yeah. I was like thinking because it's been so long since I've been in a relationship. But yeah. 93. What's your lucky number? I feel like my lucky number is like 3. It's my favorite number, but I feel like it's also my lucky number. I feel like it's like 12 or something. I don't know. When I just read that, I thought of the number 12. I haven't really thought of my lucky number. What's your star sign? I actually don't know. What is my star sign? All these signs. Like, I'm a Capricorn. I don't think that's my star sign, though. Let me go ahead and check. Oh, yeah. It's a zodiac sign. So, my star sign is Capricorn. The connected horoscope sign with January 4, 2000 is Capricorn. It stands between December 22 and January 19. Represents the goat symbol. As numerology suggests, the life path number for people born on January 4, 2000 is the number 7. Oh, I think 7 is a lucky number, isn't it? Number 95. When is your birthday? January 4, 2000. So I'm 21 now. I follow the year. Like, exactly. 96. So, or actually, like, so if it's 2028, I'm 28 already. 96. Which city did you grow up in? I grew up in Dedido, in Guam. Which city do you live in now? I still live in Dedido. Who do you miss right now? I wouldn't say I miss my friends because I can always see my friends. I think I miss my mentality state, like myself in the past, to a certain point. As I don't want to get too much into detail because I feel like it's a sad topic if I say I miss myself. But I do miss like being able to talk to a certain person that I was really attached to, and not attached, but like attracted to. But we talk only at certain times now, so I do miss that person. What do you? Oh, that was number 98. Number 99. Who's your celebrity crush? This is difficult because I have a lot of biases in different mini groups. But if it was from my two ultimate groups, which is Twice and Stray Kids, right now as my celebrity crushes, from Stray Kids is Felix, and from Twice is Gio. Park Gio, or Park Jisoo. Um, but yeah, if it's an American crush, I don't really have an American crush, but I would really like to meet Tom Holland. He's not American, but you know, he's like an actor for like an American society. So yeah. Last one, number 100. Who's your favorite fictional character? At the moment, my favorite fictional character is Hinata from Haikyuu or Killua from Hunter x Hunter. So that was the 100 questions, and we managed to finish it in an hour and 15 minutes. I was expecting like an hour and a half at the most, but good thing because I didn't want to prolong it too long. And I got to explain things more smoothly, I think, than the first 50 questions. That was a lot of things to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and bringing back the music. We're gonna go ahead and be right back really quick. Just gonna go ahead and do a little bathroom break. So yeah, that was the 100 questions tag challenge that I decided to do. It was actually pretty fun. Wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Like, I thought I would have to really think hard, but that was really good. So now, because we were talking about biases and stuff, and we already played Twice, and we already played Itzy from Stray Kids, we might as well go ahead and do one from one of my alt groups, which is of course Stray Kids. And I have listened to Stray Kids, recently, but they haven't had a recent comeback, which I don't blame them because they did like back-to-back comebacks, and it was really surprising that the how close they were in 2020, but they haven't had a comeback for 2021, which I'm waiting on. But I will be patient. Also for Twice, they haven't done a comeback for 2021, but I know they're doing one for their Japanese onces. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go play some Stray Kids, and I will be right back. This is one of my favorite songs. It's called Spread My Wings from Stray Kids, once again from their Skiz 2020 album, and I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be right back with more here on After Hours Podcast with your girl Liz. Hope you enjoy.
어리게 보이기 싫었어 괜히 짓궂은 옷만 계속 벗고 있고 어른스럽고만 싶었어 괜히 안 보던 뉴스를 까보고 운동화에서 더 좋은 구두로 눈길을 돌려 마냥 길었던 하루가 요새는 뭔가 짧게 느껴져 학교 쉬는 시간 종일 치자마자 매점으로 달려갔던 내 발걸음은 점점 초조해지고 떨리고 있어 내가 민증을 받게 되면 기쁜 맘을 감추기 바쁠 듯해 그동안 못해어린 티를 못 내는 척 삐뚤어진 듯 반듯해 시간이 있어도 바쁜 척 허세만 늘어가고 20살이라는 나이는 바로 내 문턱 앞에 있어 내 나이대로 살래 naturally 어린 날개로 날 spread my wings 어른인 척할 때가 좋은 듯해 안 변할래 졸부지 같다는 말 듣는데도 모든 서툴지만 처음이란 단어가 좋아 어리숙하지만 이대로만 아직 어린 난 지금은 어려워 어른이 된단 말 올까봐 두려워 어른이 되는 날 문방구에 단골 손님 이제 발길은 가로수길 더 좋은 것은 눈 돌리는 거에 그치지 않고 눈 또 그들여 이렇듯 어른인 척 다 큰 척 다른 의미의 척 박사가 되었지만 막상 눈앞에 다가오니 표정이 벙쳐 생각이 시작 전에 책 다 챙겼을 때 그것도 무겁다면 화나 소화 전에 다 내려놨었는데 어른이 돼 눈 심어줘야 하는 건 몇 배 더 무거운 책임 준비 안 된 난 걱정이 백인 내 나이대로 살래 naturally 어린 날개로 날래 spread my wings 어른인 척할 때가 좋은 듯해 안 변할래 절부지 같다는 말 듣는데도 모두 서툴지만 처음이란 단어가 좋아 어리숙하지만 이대로만 아직 어린 난 지금은 어려워 어른이 된단 말 올까봐 두려워 어른이 되는 날 어리게 보이기 싫어서 괜히 옷만 계속 바꿔 입고 어른스럽고만 싶어서 안 보던 뉴스를 다 보고 이젠 안 해 내 나이대로 살래 naturally 어린 날개로 날래 spread my wings 어른인 척할 때가 좋은 듯해 안 변할래 졸부지 같다는 말 듣는데도 모든 서툴지만 처음이란 단어가 좋아 어리숙하지만 이대로만 아직 어린 난 지금은 어려워 어른이 된단 말 올까봐 두려워 어른이 되는 날
Listen to this 승전가.
Stray Kids, listen to this 승전가. On the beat,
Listen to this 승전가. 모두 잘 사는 장순가마 도와라 모두 다시 던져난 승전가 all the time 이러다 도와라 승전가가 들려난
승자여 얼굴에는 미소씨 누구나 같은 누구도 나와겠다 없사라기에 너무 향기로운 꽃길 꽃향기에 취해 마치 더 높은 곳을 향해 존재 자체가 반칙 절대 멈출 리 없어 다 던져 I go loud 난 난 어차피 이기는 싸움에 덤벼 다 던져 yeah. 절대 후퇴는 없어 패기와 계기로 자신감 넘쳐 다 던져 hey. 승자의 함성 oh. Listen to this 승전 Go! Fly high 누가 나를 막고 감히 날 정글을 막 차고 잡아먹는 아나콘다 목표를 향해 질주해 난 더럽히가 비상 뭐가 어떻게 아마추어 뭐가 어떻게 다 우스워 뭐냐도 뭐냐면도 나침반이 뭘 가리켜도 빨리 헷갈리 난 어디든지 다 도달해야만 성이쳐 절대 멈출 리 없어 다 던져 I go loud 난 어차피 이기는 싸움에 덤벼 다 던져 yeah. 절대 후퇴는 없어 패기와 계기로 자신감 넘쳐 다 던져 에이, 승자의 함성 oh! Listen to this 승전 Go! 분위기는 뜨겁게 내 열정을 불태워 에이, 실패를 두려워하란 말은 못 배워 넘어가지 못하는 높이는 없어 날 믿고 가면 돼 yeah. 하나 둘씩 올라가 yeah. 승자의 함성 oh! Listen to this 승전 Go!
That was Stray Kids with Victory Song. Hello and welcome back everyone from the quick intermission. I hope everyone was having a great intermission, but that was actually longer than I was supposed to, but I just decided to do an intermission because, you know, it's been an hour and a half of me just talking. So yeah, so I am glad that I was able to finish the 100 questions challenge, and I hope you guys now know me a little bit better. If you just got here, I'm so sorry that you missed it, but of course after the live is done, it'll also replay back again, so you can go ahead and go back to get to know me. There was 100 questions again, and there was some interesting ones that I explained in the beginning more than rather than the end. I quickly did the ones after the 50th question. They were a little bit easier to answer, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This was a quick podcast that I really enjoyed and I really needed to do just to, you know, de-stress myself a little bit. So with that further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bid a farewell to everyone. Thank you for everyone who came and was watching me, and I appreciate the viewers that I have. Like, even if it was one viewer or two viewers, doesn't matter. I really love just doing this just to de-stress myself or just to talk. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night or your morning or wherever you are. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you wash your hands and always wear a mask. And with what the world is facing right now, and especially in America, I hope everyone stays safe again. And I hope everyone just is confident in themselves, and also remember to love yourself as always. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end with another song from Twice. This one is a personal one that I really love, and it's from one of their old albums. It's called 1 in a Million. And yeah, I really love this song only because the lyrics are really meaningful to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and I'm gonna go ahead and play another song called Jal Jayo Good Night. It's a good night song, and because it is night here on Guam, I feel like it's also a song that I will be playing as well. Before I do end this, I just want to mention that with the Asian situation right now, as an Asian, as a Filipino, in my opinion, I won't get into too much detail in this podcast, but hopefully in a future podcast to spread the word. There has been so many things happening. It's like the BLM thing all over again, and I feel so bad for people who are in certain areas in America right now that feel scared for their lives. And I feel like it's such an important thing to realize that it doesn't matter what race you are. We are all skin and bones, and we all have a purpose in this life. And if you ever feel like that you're scared because of your race or whatever, make sure you reach out to your local groups. I know there's like local areas here also in Guam that'll be able to help with anxiety or social anxiety because of also this pandemic as well. So yeah, if you also want to know that, I have my email on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and message me, or you can see in the social media links down below. You can also contact me through there. I usually am available through my Instagram. My DMs are open for public. So if you have any questions about the Asian movement, yeah, just go ahead and DM me. And yeah, so this song is called 1 in a Million. I will be back to also say my goodbye once again with the next song. So without further ado, this is called 1 in a Million from Twice, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
You gotta know that you're one in a million. 짜증이 계속되는 날이면 날 찾아와 봐요. 행복으로 가득한 날에도 나를 찾아와줘요. 그대 괴롭히는 모든 것들, 그대를 아프고 지치게 하는 것들 다 나에게로 가져와 내게 맡겨봐요. Yeah. One in a million, 믿어봐요. 그댄 특별한 거야. One in a million, 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸. 그대는 masterpiece, 그대로도 완벽한 걸요. One in a million, 믿어요. 그댄 특별한 걸요. 아무 소용없죠. 화내고 기분을 망치는 일, 생각한 대로 풀리지 않을 땐 잠시 take a deep breath. 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 그 소리로 맞춰봐. 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로. Yeah. One in a million, 믿어봐요. 그댄 특별한 거야. One in a million, 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸. 그대는 masterpiece, 그대로도 완벽한 걸요. One in a million, 믿어요. 그댄 특별한 걸요. You gotta know that you're one in a million. 아주 특별한 존재가 되어 살아간다는 게 어떤 의미일까. 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 큰 소리로 외쳐봐. 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로. One in a million, 믿어봐요. 그댄 특별한. One in a million, 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸. 그대는 masterpiece, 그대로도 완벽한 걸요. One in a million, 믿어요. 그댄 특별한 걸요. You gotta know that you're one in a million. You gotta know that you're one in a million. You gotta know that you're one in a million. 한 사람뿐인 걸요. Yeah. You gotta know that you're one in a million. 그댄 아주 특별한 걸요. Yeah. You gotta know that you're one in a million.
So that was 1 in a Million by Twice. I was trying to show the English lyrics, but it was too late. I'm so sorry. So this song is called Jaljayo Good Night by Twice, and this is one of my favorite songs, and I hope you enjoy it.
오늘 하루는 어땠나요? 힘든 일은 없었나요? 그렇게 하루하루 잘 자요. 어젯밤은 어땠나요? 좋은 꿈은 꿨었나요? 그렇게 하루하루 살아가면 되는 거겠죠. 조금만 더 힘을 내요 내 생각에. Baby think about me all night long. 우리 함께하는 이 시간 꿈속에서 오직 우리 둘만이 만들어갈 행복한 순간. 샤랄라라라 샤랄라라라. 잘 자요 우리 꿈속에서 다시 만나요. 나를 떠올려봐요. 나를 만나러 와요. 나를 떠올려봐요. 나를 만나러 와요. 어서 자요. Baby think about me all night long. 우리 함께하는 이 시간 꿈속에선 오직 우리 둘만이 만들어갈 행복한 순간. 샤랄라라라 샤랄라라라. 잘 자요 우리 꿈속에서 다시 만나요. 오늘도 수고 많이 했어요. 이제 편히 쉬어요. 내 생각하면서 나도 그대 생각하며 그대 꿈속에 찾아갈게요. 잘 자요.